August 1227, the great Mongol Empire is in mourning. The man who created it has died, a name that inspired terror from Beijing to the Caspian Sea, Genghis Khan. But his death marked only the beginning of the greatest mystery associated with his name, a mystery that has remained unsolved for nearly 800 years. Where is his grave? In our video, we will attempt to answer this question, referencing trustworthy documentary sources. According to the accounts of the Venetian traveler and explorer Marco Polo, recorded in his treatise, The Travels of Marco Polo, the funerary escort of Genghis Khan killed every traveler they encountered along the way. Subsequently, all the slaves and soldiers who participated in the burial were put to the sword. After that, 1,000 horses were galloped over the grave of Genghis Khan to forever conceal the traces of the great ruler's burial. Remarkably, this version, independently of Marco Polo, is also confirmed by the Persian encyclopedist and scholar Rashid al-Din in his scientific work, the Jami al-Tawarikh, Compendium of Chronicles. This treatise was commissioned by Genghis Khan, and in addition to Rashid al-Din, several authoritative historians and scholars of that era worked on it. Abdullah Kashani, Ahmed Bukhari, and Chensian Bolad. All of them had access to the archives of the Ilkhans, the supreme rulers of the Mongol and Turkic peoples. This provides strong reasons to consider the Jami al-Tawarikh a genuine historical document, rather than a collection of myths and legends from that time. Nearly 800 years have passed since then. Modern-day treasure hunters, scientists, and mystics continue to search for the place where the conqueror's remains lie. Undoubtedly, whoever finds the answer to this question will forever immortalize their name in history. Today, we have three main versions regarding the burial site of the great Khan, the ruler of the largest empire in world history, which at its peak stretched across 33 million square kilometers. Version 1, the Burkhan Khaldun mountain. The first version is the most revered in Mongolia and the most plausible for many reasons. Burkhan Khaldun, a sacred mountain whose name translates from Mongolian as the Divine Willow Hill. This is not just a mountain, it is a shrine of the Mongolian people to this day. According to legend, when still a young man hunting at the foot of Burkhan Khaldun, the future Khan was so impressed by the beauty of the area that he proclaimed, "What a splendid view! Bury me here when I die." This same version was also voiced in his works by Rashid al-Din. One of the arguments he relies on is based on observations recorded in the chronicles of that time. The fact is that after the death of Genghis Khan, the foot of the mountain became overgrown with many new trees. Apparently, this was done to alter the landscape, thus concealing the grave from prying eyes. Such explosive growth can only be explained by the coordinated work of hundreds of people. The second argument is that at the very foot of Burkhan Khaldun lies the Ich Korig, which translates as the Great Taboo. After the death of Genghis Khan, the tents of special Uryankai warriors were permanently pitched here. They did not go on campaigns with the regular army. Their sole task was to guard the area. After the prohibition on visiting the area was lifted, ultrasound scanning, conducted through the joint efforts of Mongolian and Japanese archaeological communities, revealed over 1,300 graves of Mongol nobility. However, the ban on excavations was not lifted. Today, the mountain is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, making any excavations in our time highly unlikely. In his scientific work, the Jami al-Tawarikh, Compendium of Chronicles, Rashid al-Din asserted that not only Genghis Khan is buried at Burkhan Khaldun, but also his son, Tolui and his descendants, Mongke, Arik Boke, and Kublai Khan. Version 2. The Romantic version. According to this version, the great Khan was buried at the bottom of a river, the course of which was temporarily diverted. Sagang Sechen, a Mongolian chronicler, appanage prince in Ordos, and author of the treatise Erdenian Tobchi, the beaded summary, claimed that the burial may have consisted of two rites. The shirt, tent, and boots of Genghis Khan were buried separately, while the body, in a special coffin, was interred beneath a river, where it could neither be found nor disturbed. This version is not confirmed by Marco Polo or Rashid al-Din. They asserted that wherever the great sovereign of the Tatars dies, even if it be 100 days' journey from the great mountain, he is brought there for burial. Their accounts make no mention of rivers. However, in 2016, during road construction near the Yonnan River, a mass grave was discovered containing the remains of 69 people and 12 horses. Remarkably, 68 people were buried on top of the tomb. In all likelihood, these were the slaves who built the burial vault, destined for eternal silence. Below them, the skeletons of 16 women were found among hundreds of gold and silver artifacts, along with the skeleton of one man. The excavations were conducted by an academic council from Beijing University, and information about this first appeared on the website World News Daily Report. Among other things, it was stated that the body of the man found separately at great depth belonged to a male who died between the ages of 60 and 75. The date of his death was determined to be between 1215 and 1235 AD. This seemingly confirmed with high probability that the grave did indeed belong to Genghis Khan. However, the conclusions of the expedition were categorically disputed by officials from the Mongolian Ministry of Culture, Tourism, and the Institute of Archaeology. They urged the public not to take such sensational claims seriously until official statements were made by the authorities. Version 3. The political version. The Great Khan's Wall. The third version is the most politicized. According to it, Genghis Khan did not die in his native steppe. He died during a military campaign against the Tangut kingdom of Xia in modern-day northern China. Logic suggests that transporting a body thousands of kilometers in the summer heat is not the best idea. Perhaps he was buried right where he met his death. For a long time, Chinese archaeologists were confident that the grave was located somewhere in the Qilian Mountains. There is an ancient burial there that local residents call the Tomb of the Emperor. And it is not the only grave there, but Chinese scientists face the same problem as their colleagues in Mongolia: how to distinguish the Khan's grave from thousands of other nomadic burials. Perhaps the grave of Genghis Khan will never be found, and the reason is not a lack of technology. The fact is that the great Khan himself, who united nations, bequeathed to remain not with people, but with eternity, with this boundless steppe, which surrenders its secrets to no one.